All right, so those are the award portion of the event. Now we move on to the EBE Film Festival.
The nominations for Best Short Film are Maury Island Incident.
The dog saw them first. 6 flying discs, maybe 100 feet across, hollow in the center, like donuts. One of them is failing. You wonder if it'll crash into your boat. It happens very fast. Remember, you tell me if I get something wrong.
Stranger at the Pentagon.
I knew something horrible was going to happen to you.
This proposal is quite extraordinary.
The capital city's president is considering signing an agreement with them for their technology. Earth is in grave danger.
Nanoman.
Here's our copper grid that's clean. Here's our sample mount, which is aluminum. And hopefully the sample, once it's evaporated, will fill in to all these, these grids, and we'll be able to image that under the microscope. This clean piece of tape. So we will remove our clean copper grid. I see little, what looks like little tiny pieces of black thread.
All right, and to read the winner is J.K. Scott, who runs the film festival. Thank you for all your hard work doing that. And the winner for short film.
Who's reading it?
You.
Oh, you are. I am?
Yeah.
Short film is Maury Island Incident, directed by Scott Schaefer.
Scott wasn't able to make it, but as being someone from Washington, I will accept the award on his behalf and send it to him in the mail.
All right, thank you, Maureen. Okay, the next category, long films.
The nominations for Best Feature Film are Patient 17.
A foreign object was about to be removed from a man carrying this burden for over a decade. A nefarious implant by an extraterrestrial big brother or a piece of childhood shrapnel. I personally wanted to see what this foreign object was made of.
This piece of metal's in my leg, or whatever it is, and it's been there for God knows how long. So it'd be nice to yank it out, do the experiments on it, and see what it is. Like I said, I have some people in my life that just shake their heads. My girlfriend, my mom, a few other people are just saying, don't let them do it.
Montauk Chronicles.
If you should ever decide to research the legends of Camp Hero, there are 2 things that you'll notice shortly after you begin. The first is that both the clock and calendar will gradually lose their meaning as you go along. The second is that there's a very fine line between fairy tales and fact. I can tell you now that in the beginning I had no clue of what I was really getting myself into. I thought it would be a simple investigation into one of Earth's lesser-known paranormal conspiracy theories. It wasn't until about a year or so into the project that I realized I was terribly wrong. I'll elaborate on this throughout the movie.
Travis.
This is an amazing story.
He was foolish enough to step out of that truck and walk toward that UFO.
Wow, this normal person has experienced something extraordinary.
It's one of the most solid close encounters of the third kind in modern day history.
I think that I as a citizen have a right to know. I think that you as a citizen have a right to know.
Who are we?
Who are these beings and what is our relationship?
Watchers 8.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it yourself?
No.
In the sub-Q fat anterior medial aspect of the upper shin, about 8.5 centimeters inferior to the tibial plateau.
8.5 centimeters.
0.2 centimeters anterior to the tibial cortex. 1.5 centimeters deep to the skin.
Well, let's see if I can find
about it.
I don't know. We might find it.
Mirage Men.
You basically have a front row seat. August, September of 1979. Paul was standing up on his deck and looking out over the roofs towards the base, and these lights he saw would probably be about half a mile away. There was always two of them. They'd lift up from the ground rather quickly and then very quickly go around, shoot that way around the side of the mountain, then drop down behind it.
And the winner for long film,
Travis, Jennifer Stein, and Robert Terrero.
All right. Way to go.
Whoa, whoa.
All right, congratulations.
With all the things.
Always.
First of all, I'd like to ask everyone who was involved in this project to please come up with me. I'm a collaborative filmmaker. Please come up. Stanton Friedman, Travis Walton, Ben Hansen, if you're here, Donna Smith, Veronica Vertez, Kathy Martin. And if I've missed anybody, forgive me. Please come up. Richard, yes, Richard Dolan. Who else did I forget? Please come up and join me. I stand on the shoulders of these giants. Oh, come over? Happily. Forgive me, I'm going to read a couple of my comments because I really want to be on target with what I have to say. And this is a really huge honor. To the Open Minds team, to J.K. Scott, Alejandro, of course, Jason, Maureen, Ryan, who I met backstage, Angela, Michael, and of course John Rao, and the rest of the Open Minds team. This is a huge honor for filmmakers. Most of us do this because we have a passion about the topic, and this is a great opportunity that you provide for filmmakers like myself, so thank you for providing this venue. And of course, as well, on top of all the other incredible filmmakers who are here, that's a huge honor. I accept this award with my co-producer who is not here. His name is Bob Terrio. He worked on the Disclosure Dialogues with me that we won 2 EBEs with along with Ron James. So this is my third EBE and I'm really quite honored to be here. Let me turn my page. Thank you. I have a few comments I want to make. I want to acknowledge the bravery of Travis and his fellow logging crew members. Yes. They could have so easily debunked this story. They could have just said, whoa, this is getting way too much media attention. And they just could have said, well, we just made it up, it was a hoax. But they all stuck to their story. All these 40 years, in spite of all the ridicule, and they need to be acknowledged for this because without them, I would not be here with this story. So please acknowledge them. Thank you. Thank you, Travis. Thank you. That was brave. Secondly, I would like to acknowledge all the amazing, talented people that worked on this project with me. I have to acknowledge Adam Stein from Bloom Garden Films in Los Angeles, an incredible filmmaker. You want to know about Adam Stein? Watch On the Lot. You can Google that. And his cohort in crime, Zachary Wild from Two of Us Productions, which if you look at that, it's almost UFO Productions. Talk about synchronicities. Zachary and Adam are about 33, and they interpreted the story in a totally different way than I would have, but I relied on them to give me a younger perspective because we need to reach the younger generations. Bravo, I would not be here without you. Thank you, Adam and Zachary. Additionally, I want to acknowledge all my associate producers. I stand on the shoulders of giants. I want to acknowledge Stanton Friedman, Ron James, Peter Robbins, Brian Farrell, Gary Hilton, who is not here tonight, and I wish he was, Brian Hansen, and of course, Travis Walton. I also need to acknowledge a dear friend for about 30 years, Edgar Mitchell, who gave me an incredible critique of this and actually offered me an endorsement for the back of the film. Thank you, Edgar. I am very, very honored. This was a 3-year production in the making and would not have been possible with one other gentleman who is not here tonight, my husband, Michael Stein, who has been my partner for 33 years. He's a manifester, and I am a manifester, and I would not be here without the support of my help and my soulmate. You're my rock, my pillar. Thank you. I need to acknowledge and also say that Bob Terrio and I undertook this project about Travis about 3 years ago because Hollywood either would not or could not. I don't know what it was. I think they were afraid of telling the true story of Travis Walton. We don't need to make these stories up. The truth is far more interesting than the fiction, and it's time to tell the truth. Thank you. Thank you. My intention, and you know, I'm a Deepak Chopra person. I think intention moves the world. My intention was to not make a UFO film. My intention was to make a great documentary that happened to be about a logging crew in the Sitgreaves National Forest in 1975. Because in actuality, any one of you sitting in this audience could have, by chance, been part of that logging crew. I don't know if we would have been brave enough to do what they did. So that's why I made this film. I hope this film will serve as a breakthrough film. I'm intending to put it in a lot of other film festivals, not necessarily UFO film festivals. You know, like Tribeca, I'm going to go for the Philly Film Festival, that's where I'm from, you know, maybe Portland, other film festivals that would not necessarily take a UFO film. And I'm hoping that this helps open the minds. It's a film to start to bring people into this topic who would not otherwise address the issue. Thank you. Very, very simply put, the time has come to tell the truth. It's been 40 years. November 5th will be the 40th anniversary. I made this film to mark the 40th anniversary of Travis's event, which will happen this year in the Sitgreaves National Forest. If any of you would like to join us, please visit skyfiresummit.com. It's a website around Travis's conference. And for further information, you can contact Phoenix MUFON, who has really stepped up to the bat. Stacy Wright and Jim Mann have agreed to kind of help organize this conference. Thank you to both of them, and the film will be shown there. Also, I would like to say, for those of you who are watching from home or watching this on the internet, you know, post-awards, do not underestimate the role that you can play in either telling your own truth or sharing this film with people who might be more open to this topic because they see this human interest story. If you'd like to arrange a screening, visit onwingsproductions.com, email me, we'll talk about how to make that happen. I'm all about sharing this story. We live in extraordinary times. We have technology at our fingertips. Use it. Step up to the bat. Don't be afraid to have some courage. We all have an important role to play, as I hope I have played my role in telling the true story of Travis. Everybody up here has amazing things to say. I can't acknowledge them all. I'm going to turn the film, or the mic over to Travis to say a few words. Thank you.
Wow, I am caught off guard. I wasn't expecting to speak. But, you know, all I can do is express my appreciation to Jennifer and everyone else who contributed to this so generously. It was definitely a labor of love. I mean, you know, it came from dedication to the truth, and you know, that's where I'm at. So, thank you for.
And we have a few words from Ron. He'd like to say a few things.
A lot of filmmakers aspire to things like Oscars and Emmys, and ever since I got into filmmaking, I wanted to work in these fields. I aspired to the little alien guy. And I had 5 films in various EBE awards, and in 2012, the Disclosure Dialogues got Best Film and People's Choice. And
so this is our third.
This is our third, and Jen and I worked on that film too. You know, this field is about dedication to the truth, and to me the most important questions facing humanity are we alone in the universe, and is there life after death? And it's the very nature of my work. And so, you know, this year, Steve Bassett and I sent 650 sets of the Citizen Hearing on Disclosure to Congress. Steve is not here tonight because he's knocking on every door in Washington, D.C., trying to get hearings done to bring this to light in the public domain. And so, congratulations there. And we're going to be doing some more work to this film. We're doing special effects, reenactments at my studios in LA. So we're really looking forward to making this even better. And thank all of you.
Thank you.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, it may be too long. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. All right. Congratulations, everyone. You are champions. Okay. Okay. We'll do some picture time here before we get to the next award. I think this group would also win the award for long-form award acceptance speech. It's very good. Moving on to the last award, but we have a couple announcements from JK first.
Hello. I want to thank all the judges this year. We had a tremendous amount of unbelievable films to judge, and I want to thank every filmmaker that contributed to this film festival because they were all wonderful in their own ways, and we enjoyed them all. And I want to thank all the people that came to the actual showing of the films. We had some real troopers that stayed through the films no matter what time they ended. And I want to thank all of you because you were really great. And to the filmmakers, keep making those films because you did a wonderful job this year, and thank you.
All right, so the last film, the People's Choice Award. All of the nominees for short or long form are eligible for this one. And all of you who watched the movies the last 3 days were able to vote. And the winner of the People's Choice Award is
Travis, Jennifer Stein, and Robert Terrio.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you again. So this makes 4. I can't believe it. I just want to say a few words about Ron James. He has an amazing network called Evolve TV. Ron and I are pioneers in the concept of web streaming, which we think is what's making the network scramble. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Ron. I hope to do a lot more projects with you and tell them a little bit about Evolve.
Thanks, Jen. I'll be really quick, I promise. It's iVolve TV. It's an online conscious media network. It's like the word evolve, only with an I. And my new TV show is Bigger Questions, and the show asks these questions. Are we alone in the universe? Is there life after death?
You did an interview with me that they can
Yeah, you can see the interview I did with Jen about this film, and you can also see some of the new episodes for free in the auditorium on iVolve TV. There's a great episode with Steve Bassett, and I have some new stuff coming out with a few other people in the field as well. So, thank you.
Way to go, guys. All right, congratulations.